All right, today we're going to talk about something that feels like a massive shift in educational technology. We're looking at how artificial intelligence could be taken out of the hands of giant tech companies and put right into your classroom. So let's just jump right in with a question.
Seriously, what if building a custom AI tool, one that's designed for your specific students and your specific needs, was no harder than putting together a presentation? Kind of like this one. It sounds a little like science fiction, doesn't it? Well, that's because for most of us, AI feels like this big, mysterious black box. It's something that huge corporations do. It just seems impossibly complicated, way too expensive, and just, well, completely out of reach for a regular teacher or school. But what if that whole way of thinking was about to be turned on its head? What if you, yourself, could actually become an AI builder?
Now, to really get why this is such a potential game changer, we first have to look at the core challenge in education today. It's this gap between the dream of personalized learning and the reality of the classroom.
The dream, I mean, it's beautiful, right? Real personalized learning means every single student gets to learn at their own speed, on their own level. It's all about making education relevant for them. And this has always been the big promise of AI in education.
But then you crash into reality.
A recent study found this absolutely staggering disconnect. 97% of people feel like they don't have a clue how to build AI tools to solve problems. 97%. So for all the hype, the people on the front lines, the teachers, they feel totally shut out from the process. And this huge gap really boils down to two massive roadblocks. First, money. A custom AI tool can cost a school district anywhere from $50,000 to $300,000. I mean, that's just not happening for most. And the second thing is expertise. Historically, you needed to be a serious coder to even think about building this stuff. And this is where the big shift happens. It's all about moving from being just a passive consumer of tech to becoming an active, hands-on innovator. Think about what this does to the role of a teacher. On one side, you're a passive user. You're stuck with these generic, one-size-fits-all tools. You're dependent on what other companies make, and you have very little say. But on the other side, you become an active innovator. You're a problem solver, building tools that are tailor-made for your students, giving you and your school complete control. It's the difference between just using tech and actually creating it. So how in the world is this jump from user to innovator even possible? Well, it's happening through a new wave of so-called no-code AI builders. We're going to take a look at one of these platforms, called Estha, to see how it actually works. The whole idea behind these tools is a really simple four-step process. First, you learn how it works, with super clear examples. Then you build, not with code, but with a visual interface, like dragging and dropping blocks. After that, you test your creation right away to see if it works, and finally, you launch it with a single click. Bam! It's ready for your students. And this is the absolute key. It's the thing that removes that giant barrier of technical know-how we talked about. The entire process, from a simple idea to a fully working app, happens without you ever needing to read or write a single line of code. This is what throws the doors wide open for every single educator. So let's get practical. What does building your first app actually look like? Well, first you customize it. Give it a name, an icon. Then you add what's called an expert node. It's a fancy name, but just think of it as the AI's brain. You feed it your knowledge, your class syllabus, reading materials, just by uploading a file. Then you literally connect the dots on the screen. From there, you can test it, have a conversation with it, and once you're happy, you hit publish. That's it. 5 steps to a live, shareable tool. Okay, so you can build stuff, but what does that actually unlock for the classroom? Let's check out a few really powerful examples of AI bots you could build, like right now. First, there's an expert bot. Imagine taking all your course materials and feeding them to a bot that can then give your students guidance 24/7. It can answer their questions, explain concepts, even help them plan their study schedule. It's like a teaching assistant that never sleeps. Next up, and teachers, you're gonna love this one, a grading bot. Imagine creating a tool that can grade student essays in just a few seconds based on your specific rubric and give them instant personalized feedback. The amount of time this could save is just enormous. And then you have something really creative, the persona bot.
This is where it gets really fun. You could build an AI version of, say, Abraham Lincoln, or a character from a book you're reading. Your students could then actually have conversations with them, gaining this firsthand knowledge in a super engaging way. So you see, this is so much bigger than just a new tool. This is about unlocking a future that's driven by teacher-led innovation, a future where the absolute best educational tools are built by the people who know students best, which is you.
So what makes this whole approach different? It's really this combination of things you just don't find together. There's no coding. That's huge. It's built on your knowledge, not the whole internet. It's fast and affordable. It's also powered by multiple AIs working together to give better answers. And on top of all that, you get to see the data, to see how your students are actually using it, so you can make it even better.
It all comes back to a simple but pretty powerful belief. AI just shouldn't be for a handful of tech companies. It should be a tool that anyone, that everyone can build with. The whole goal here is to empower educators to build AI applications that are as unique as their teaching style, as their students, and as their vision for what learning can be. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. When every single teacher has the power to be an AI innovator, what's the first problem you're going to solve? Thanks for watching.